Now may I speak in the name of our life-giving, loving, and liberating Lord, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. Let's talk FaceTime. Had an opportunity a few months ago to talk to the mother of one of Caleb's friends. I was invited to spend some time at their house, and that's a good thing, especially if you're going to leave your child at the house of a friend. You want to know that they're in a safe environment. So I had an opportunity to spend some time with the mother there in the house, and we found out that we had something in common, and found out that she graduated from Wonder of Wonders, OBU, and is a member of Quail Springs Baptist Church. So anybody who may be worshiping with us via the YouTube, a member of Quail Springs Baptist Church, so glad to have you worshiping with us Episcopalians here. God bless you. But she graduated from OBU. That's great, because I graduated from OBU. And I recited our fight song, Crip, Crap, Criplo, Tiplo, Tap. I know Elaine Chard was an adjunct professor there at OBU, and she remembers those days, don't you? And the green and gold, and our wonderful bison, who was the mascot. And I even talked to her about some professors that we had in common, and how sometimes on the weekend, in the evening, the poo, that's the kickapoo, was a popular spot for the college students. Deborah's already saying the poo, the poo. I got somebody who's there with me who remembers the poo, the kickapoo. In fact, Deacon Robbie and Linda said they remember some time on the poo, didn't you? They're in Shawnee. And so we began to reminisce, but there was this odd look that was on her face. And she said, I just don't remember seeing you on campus. Imagine that. And I had to kind of goad her along. And finally I said, I spent 2 years there on campus in Shawnee and found out that there was an extension in Tulsa. And I finished my degree through the extension in Tulsa. Why did I do that? Because I was able to live at home and have the comforts of home and mama's good cooking and save a whole lot of money. She said, that makes sense now. Now I get it, because she said, I may not remember your name, but usually I don't forget the face. And she said, do you think that there's any picture of you in the college yearbooks? I think, yeah, absolutely. So she went out and she grabbed the Yancey. She grabbed a 91, 92, and then a 92, 93 edition. That she pulled them off of her shelf. And we began to flip through there. And wonder of wonders, guess what she found? A picture of me. I was a lot younger, honest to God, about 55 pounds slimmer. Kid you not. Hello. And a heck of a lot more hair. And someone said, were you taller? College yearbook not only displayed the faces of the entire student body, but it told what they were majoring in and their hometown as well. And we joked and we laughed about the days at OBU and the Yancey, and we said it was the original Facebook. February the 4th, this year, marked the 15th anniversary of the founding of Facebook. Did you know that? A month ago, Facebook celebrated 15 years. And you remember that it all started with Mark Zuckerberg creating an online site that he called Face Mash. And it was for his Harvard classmates. The visitors to the site were given 2 face photos, and they were to vote on which one was more attractive. And I think the words were sort of like this. Here were your options: hot or not. I kid you not. And from the humble beginning of Facebook, Face Mash, now there's some 2.2 million people who peruse and post endless posts and all sorts of opinions every month on Facebook. The face is an amazing thing. It can reveal so much. It can hide so much. Sometimes, believe it or not, when I'm out and about, I just take some time to go into the corner or sit on a bench and do some people watching. Have you ever done that before? People are interesting to watch. And I just look at people go here and there, to and fro. And I look at their faces, and I know some of those folks, thank God I'm wearing a collar, but I know some of those folks are wondering, why are you staring at me? And I begin to ask myself the question, what burdens are you carrying? What trials and tribulations have you gone through? Are you angry? Are you mad? Are you sad? Are you glad? What are your hopes? What are your aspirations? Of course, Facebook and other apps now have facial recognition software and can identify a person from the facial image database. And that's a good thing, right? But can you remember a time when you tried to conceal something that you were feeling? Perhaps it was anger, perhaps it was sadness, or just feeling down. And someone asked you this question: what's going on? I can see it right on your... My wife says that I have a difficult time really hiding my expressions on my face. And she shakes her head over there. You know exactly what I'm thinking and what I'm feeling by either my eyebrows if they go up or the expression if I purse my lips. She just said, watch out. So this sermon, maybe if you were to give it a title, it would simply be FaceTime. FaceTime. So let's take a moment to look at the faces portrayed in our pericopes. First, we start off with Moses. You remember Moses? Moses in our text this morning has his face that's shining, and it's not from a facial, it's not from makeup or even anti-aging cream, it's not from him drinking too much wine or from being in the sun too long, even though he was at the top of the mountain. It's because he's been in the presence of God. But it's a bit terrifying for others. And when he comes down from the mountain, his shining face strikes fear and terror in the hearts of those around him. And the divine light was just too much to bear. And so Moses puts on a veil whenever he talks to the Israelites and takes off the veil when he has, shall we call it, FaceTime with God. Then there's Jesus on the mountain with Moses and Elijah. Moses representing the law and Elijah representing the prophets. And the ultimate transcendent, awesome FaceTime takes place. The writer of the Gospel of Luke says that his appearance, Jesus' appearance, was changed. Another translation puts it this way: suddenly it became different. And I love what the Greek says literally, that the appearance of his face became other. It became other. But unlike Moses, it's not an external source that causes Jesus' face to glow and to shine and become radiant as the noonday sun. His glory seems to emanate from this inner quality. There's something in his essence. That's why we say that Jesus was the most full example of seeing the face of God. He's in the image, the likeness, the icon of who God is. We see who God is through the face of Jesus. Or to put it to you another way, some African Americans used to sing a song that went sort of like this: there's something on the inside working on the outside. Oh, what a change has come in my life. There's something on the inside working on the outside. Oh, what a change there is in my life. Have any of you ever been changed? We got one person who has been, thank God. As Christians, we're called to be a lamp of this great light. This light which dares to shine in the darkness. Have you ever known someone who just seems to radiate love and life and light? No matter what they're going through in their life, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. There's some people who you're just around and they may have suffered all of the tragedies and all of the stuff that this world can throw at them, yet they're still happy. Do you like to be around people who just emanate love and life and light? I don't know about you, but I like to be around folks like that. Why? Because I believe maybe, just maybe, some of that love will rub off on me. Maybe they'll be able to shine some of that light in the dark place of my life and my situation. Maybe they can lift me up and give me just a little bit of a booster shot so that I can believe that I can make it in this life despite what I'm going through. Do you know any folks like that today? I hope you do. And I hope you're one of them. Jesus is our radiant glow. And we are not simply talking about considering an outside visible light, but illumination on the inside that comes from the Spirit. It's the Spirit that invigorates, that gives us the courage to sing, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Oh, watch it now, watch it. All right. Come on with it now. That light needs to shine in our lives. Why? Because of the truth be told, something's coming around the corner. We need that light to shine in the dark places of our world. We need that light to shine through the circumstances and the situations that we may be going through. We need that light to shine in the darkness of our hearts and our minds, because when we have that light to shine, then we'll be able to change, to transform, to transfigure this world for Christ's sake. And I heard my brother sing what? This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. I can end the sermon there. Watch it. Why do we need that little light to shine? Because if you read just a little further in Luke's gospel, you see that Jesus has to come down off of the mountain. When he comes down off of the mountain, he's encounters one who is demon possessed, one who's fighting the powers of darkness. And once he comes down off of the mountain, he has to set his face like flint towards Jerusalem, towards his departure, towards his exodus, and towards his mission of liberation. Folks, I'm here to tell you that you have to come down off of the mountain sooner or later. And that's when you're posed with the question of, what will you do then? Tuesday, March the 5th, 2019 at 11:59 p.m. is right on the verge of a new day. Wednesday, March the 6th, which is Ash Wednesday. You have to come down off of the mountain. Ash Wednesday will mark a time when we'll put away the beads and draw close the umbrellas, and the celebration will end. The mask will be taken off. The veils and the disguises will dissipate. And Ash Wednesday will call us to set our faces towards Jerusalem and struggle with what it means to be a follower of Jesus, to renew once again our baptismal vows. And we're called to a time of renewal, and it'll be a different face time. Ashes will be smeared on our faces, and we'll be reminded of our mortality. Yet, my friends, there is always good news, because God's face still shines on us in the midst of the grit and the dirt and the ashes. There's more good news that God's face shines on the world, a world that's desperate for hope, a world that's eager for spring, a world that's ripe for the healing of divisions among and within, a world in which God's face shines on all that have been created in God's divine image. It's holy face time. God's face even shines on us, and it's shining on you right now, and I know it's shining on me, and it's not sweat, my friends. God's face shines on those gathered here today. Whenever your face mask are truly removed, then God's light can shine and penetrate even the dark recesses of your heart. God's face shines on the word that's proclaimed and says, you're a beloved child of God. God's face shines on us when we gather and celebrate the feast at the table. God's face shines on you when you dare to join in the divine work of liberating those who are oppressed, liberating the earth, liberating those whose faces are wearied and worn. God's face shines on us. Bask in God's divine glory. So look to Christ. Receive the light that never fades. Indeed, absorb the one who is the fullness of God's glory. Listen to him. Go with him. Take every grace of his with you and dare to bear that light wherever you go. Why? Because there's something on the inside working on the outside. Oh, what a change has come in my life. It's called transfiguration. Transfiguration for this nation. And it begins with who? So let your little light shine.